Hi, this is Levi Costello here to do my review app. Well, for my app, surprisingly. So today I'm making a beat board, and basically, I know I'm running late, but I just didn't feel like I was at the par, but gotta turn this in. So here's what I have so far. Basically, I have a main menu that organizes the boards, all the boards. So as you can see, it has let's make some beats. You got make the beat, select the beat, record the beat, and customize that beat. It's all made using React Navigation. So we have the index here, which takes in the different screens. We have the different selections of beats. We have the let's make the beat, main menu, navigation, handle title. And then we have the different screens: beat selector, type selection, beat recorder, and beat customization. And that's basically all the index is. And main menu just takes in the style button right here, which styles it, makes it look all nice and pretty. Takes in the starter class and has view touchable opacities that navigate to that pop navigates to the designated screens. We got beats, beat selector, beat recorder, and beat custom. Now, so far we're just going to be focusing on make the beat and select the beat. We're not focusing on these ones, and as you see, these ones just have the default setup for first make the app, and it says open app.js to start working on the app. Same with the record beat, just so you can see how it works. And I'm going to go through make the beat first. So make the beat basically has a raw has some buttons. We have 4, 8, 12, 16 buttons in total that are all designed in different sections. We got A through A4, B through E1 through B4, C1 to C4, D1 to D4. And to show you what that looks like, we take in the row component and the button component. This is basically copied off the calculator app, so that way I can organize it from there. The row button section imports a style for the row children, so that way it makes it each run a row, and we import however many buttons we want in that row to be in there. I chose 4, and we have beat button, which organizes the different button colors. I'm using half of these, not all of these, but basically what this is just styling and organizing what it is. You got the text color, the text secondary, and then the button color, which shows how big it is, the width, this alignment, and justification. And also using flex to organize it among the paper, so that way it's all in the center. And then the text.style is style, and unpressed style.button, and this is what organizes the button itself. Now going back to beats, when you're looking at this, the render, you have each row, which is set as a style, which is set as a function, and then buttons within this row. Each button has a text one, A1 to A4, and you see each one has 4, and that's how it's set up. And so far, when you just click it, it says to do, alert, just nothing too serious at the moment. And that's the main function. That's the main thing that I'm working with beats right now. Now, clean the beat button. Now, beat selection, that's a whole other thing. So beat selection, as I can show you, is set up to pick and select the beats. Now, basically, yes, it has like a designing section, like it's the same designing for the button color. You basically copy and paste through some of the beats, like styling stuff, but it also has a picker. Now, this picker is set up to have a text, that text to show that's for beat A1. So as you saw, this is for this button right here, A1. So we have a picker with bruh and pow. So you get to either pick pow, or you can choose bruh, and it shows that it's changing right down here. Now what's happening is that this is taking the value. This is showing the values, and this is updating the effects. So selected value state effect. If we look up, we have effect, which is state, and then we have update sound. Now, since this is a soundboard, well, beat board, it's going to be a soundboard at first, and then it's going to be a beat board once I get all the functionality in. So what's happening is that I'm picking the variable for each sound, but I'm just making it a text file at the moment. So right now we're just selecting text, bruh, and this goes into effect, which is labeled bruh, and when it's update sound. And we go into update sound, here on value change. So whenever we change a value, it updates the sound. So this dot state effect is equal to effect, and beatboard dot beat_a1 is equal to effect. And beatboard is a component array that is set up right here that has multiple different sections in it. BA1 and BA2 is what I'm working with right now. So what's happening is that A1 is getting equal to effect. So basically A1 is equal to bruh. And to show that that's working, this style.text is going to be beatboard.ba1. So this one is showing that BA1 is actually getting that. Now, this finalize sound button is basically the part where I'm finishing and I'm still working on. The touch opacity on press, this end selection, and finalize sounds. So when when this button is pressed, it calls in the function end selection. And then what happens is this pops to navigation and navigates to beats. Soundboard axis beatboard. So what's happening is that I'm trying to send in information from information from the beatboard into the screen beats, and it's going to be a soundboard that's labeled soundboard axis. So I'm basically sending this section right here, information, into beats, and when I click finalize sound, it sends me the beats. Now, this is the tricky part that I'm trying to figure out. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get the param of soundboard axis, and I'm trying to figure out how to get the value from the soundboard axis in here so that way I can play the sounds. Now I got the sounds roughly figured out and I need to adjust it slightly. Now the sounds are going to be using, I haven't moved it from here, but they're going to be using what is an import expo audio. That's no longer in there. It's going to be in here. We're going to be using expo AV audio, and then we have the play sound section, which is a function that takes in the audio sound and syncs it and then plays it from position 0, which is plays it from the beginning. And then what we'll have is that we'll set up to the sound effects. So I'm still working on the this is probably not an update, but it has to be a beat play. But I'm trying to make a beat play that takes in a variable that picks a variable from the array component and links it to the button. So A1 is going to be linked to A1 button A1. So when button A1 is pressed, it's going to figure out what is selected under BA1, and if BA1 is selected, play that sound. And so basically whenever I play the sound, whenever I press any of these buttons, they'll basically say, yeah, play the sound, and then hopefully the sound will play. And when we're getting the sounds is we're calling it from beat pre-audio, which has just a whole array of different sounds, and I have bruh.mp3 and pow.mp3, and those are the only sounds I'm using so far, and when it works, it'll be great. That's all I have for now, and that's basically what I am working on. Thank you so much.